What up, guys? How's it going? It feels like forever since I've talked to you. I know it's only been 6 days, but man, usually I went live like multiple times a week actually. So yeah, really nice to see you guys again. Oh shoot, I might have to restart this because I'm having so many issues with my app lately, and I've had to re-download it like 3 times already because there was buttons that I clicked on and I couldn't get things to open up. I couldn't even get the app to open. So I don't know if people are trying to comment who can comment or not, but yeah, I mean, now I'm gonna have to delete this and start over. But yeah, this is a little weird. So I don't know, and I can't even get comments or anything. So there's always glitches with big apps, but yeah, I mean, I've had so many glitches. I've been actually just moved, and the new place I'm living in, I'm just getting used to the internet and everything. So yeah, it's kind of one of those things. Hello, I am you. Okay, so I can see people's comments. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Hello, how are you? Nice to meet you. How's it going today? How's your day going? I hope you had a great week. We had a good week. We worked a lot. We did a lot of working. It was a really hard. It was a hard working week. So yeah, I mean, it was a lot going on. But yeah, I tell you, we got a good surprise for you guys tomorrow. We got something special planned tomorrow. We're gonna go fishing. We're gonna do some more fishing content, and then this weekend we're gonna hopefully cook again. So yeah, and I'm just trying to get some things set up and everything. So hello, Erica, and hello, Asa May. How are you? I don't know how that's possible, but that's okay. You do you. Anyway, so. Oh, I don't mean to do that, but anyway, hello, how are you? Nice to meet you, though. Oh dear. Here we go. Well, as I said before, if the government really wanted us to quit smoking, then they would outlaw cigarettes. I know it's bad for me. I know. But I think it's better than cigarettes, honestly. I mean, never thought I could ever quit cigarettes, but I was really glad they exist, honestly. And it's really debatable, but I still feel like, me personally, I feel like vaping is still a lesser of two evils. Mm. Well, this ain't TikTok, okay? As I said every time. Nice to meet you guys, though. We got a lively crowd so far. It's kind of cool. That ain't Americano. You betcha. We are. You can look at it from different perspectives, honestly. I mean, like, I know people that are very healthy and then they actually passed away at an early age because of, unknown health complications. And I know people that have been very unhealthy their whole life and they did drugs at one point in their life and they're actually still alive in their 70s. So, I mean, no, I mean, I do eat a lot healthier than I used to, honestly. So, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, death is inevitable, I mean, like, I mean, I think you should take care of your body to your best of your ability, but hey, man, somebody wants to have a cigarette, hey, be by all means, make sure it's a good cigarette. That's all I can say. Well, there you go. Hell's Gate, nice to meet you. I haven't seen you before. You look new. No, I'm just saying hello, checking in with you guys. It's been like almost a week since I've been on, honestly. So, usually I go like once, 2 or 3 times a week. Um, um, but I just moved into a new place right now. I'm kind of in between places that I'm staying. So, where I'm living right now. So, yeah, it's a little bit to get settled into and everything. So, but we still have a lot of great content coming up. I'm really glad. And I was having so many problems with the app this week, so I couldn't even go live. When I pressed the live button, it wouldn't even do anything. So it was really annoying. But anyway, so yeah. Hello, I've seen you before. How you doing? How you doing? I sure do. I remember you. How you doing? How you doing? Nice to see you again. Did you have a good week? I had a pretty busy week. I did a lot of work, and I probably pulled at least 50 hours this week. So yeah, at work, my regular job. So yeah, been a pretty busy week. Busy week, moving and everything and such. So yeah, it's just a lot going on this week. So it's pretty interesting. Oh, you want me to rap? Oh, okay. Well, it's actually interesting that you asked that actually, because there's actually a rap that I really do want to do actually. I'm originally from Philadelphia, and I don't know if you ever seen the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Actually, there's a rap, well, the rap that he did with the intro of his song and his show. But there's another rap that I actually want to do uh when I go to Philly. So you probably will see me rap when I visit Philadelphia at some point this year. So yeah. Oh no, I don't rap, but I mean, like, I would just do it for part of my show. There's something that I would. There's some type of rap that I know for something that another guy from the Food Channel did. Actually, that sounds really cool. No, I don't play Fortnite though. It's a weekend, absolutely. It's a great day. So yeah, chair random. Whoop. Tell me more about you. What do you do? You work? Are you in school? I don't know what that is. War Thunder? No, I don't really game. No, I mean I've had this conversation before, honestly, with you guys because I'm just not really a gamer. I would game, I'm really picky about the games that I play, but like I've tried to play Fortnite, but it was on a different controller and I didn't know it. I only know Xbox. And I played Xbox when Halo 2 was a thing. That's how old I am. If I got some type of gaming system, I would probably play the older games like Mario Karts and all that. Hello, Nikki from Ireland. Nice to meet you. Oh wow. Well, that's pretty interesting. Well, like I'm an Irishman too, so yeah. Just wanted to share that with you. So there you go. My father's 70% Irish actually, and 20% German, and couple percent everything else. A little bit of everything else actually. And my mother's actually 1% Irish too, and 30% Italian. No, yeah, 30% Italian, and 20% German. So yeah, I know you're from the. I assumed you were from the U.S., but yeah. So I have a mixture. I think the most dominant two things in me are Irish and German, and a little bit of Italian. Those are the main three things that I have in me. Interesting. So I'm just chilling with you guys. Nice to see you guys again. Nice to see you, Chair. I don't know how many lives you've been on, but yeah. All right, nice to see you. Thanks. Great catching up with you. Great seeing you, though. Nice to see you again, though. Bye. You have a good dinner. What are you having for dinner? Let me know how it was. You Ooh. Oh, you guys are great. I love you guys. Mhm. Mm, I don't know about that, but yeah. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking, Brody. How are you doing? Well, I'm definitely an Irishman, though, Tara. Mm, That's great. How was your day? Do you have anything going on today? Anything fun? That's Italian, but yeah. Mm. But yeah, we got a lot of great content coming up honestly. Yeah, so tomorrow we're gonna go fishing for sure, and hopefully this weekend we'll be making pizza steaks. So that's another variation of cheesesteaks. Actually, it's the only variation of cheesesteaks that I would actually love to eat because it's pretty popular. Other variation of a cheesesteak. I mean, a lot of people do. Hello, Sophie, Soph 17. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, it's going well. Thank you for asking. I'm doing good. I'm alive. I'm walking and talking and blinking and breathing. Hello, Tati Marie. How you doing? How you doing? Oh dear. Oop. Oh yeah, I remember you. Yeah, Emma. I know. I was gonna say. I remember. Love or live the flowing hair. Poser. That's an old saying. That's a saying from the 1980s. I know. I've seen you before. How you doing though, Emma? How you been? How you doing? You didn't stick around very long. I thought you would watch the whole video. But yeah, I'm doing well, Tati. How you doing? Oh, yes, I'm single. Single to mingle. Oh dear. I figured, yeah, good. I am from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That's great. Nice to meet you, though. Oh, I got a lot of new people. I don't know what you mean by that. Good with girls, or I don't know. I'm single, so I don't know. I have not visited Ireland. I really, really love to. That is on my bucket list. I would love to because I know I have aunts and uncles and relatives over there actually that I've never met. But that is actually one place that I would love to go to on my bucket list. But yeah, I mean, but so 17, I almost got married while back, but it didn't work out. So I guess I did something right at one point in my life. But yeah. New Jersey, whoa, really? You're into Wildwood? Well, you're my neighbor then. Wow, I guess we're practically neighbors. I'm from Philly. I used to go to Wildwood every year for vacation in Cape May. So yeah, interesting. Wow, nice to meet you, Soph. No, but actually, I would like to be that type of person. Actually, to actually be very creative. Actually, yeah, that would be pretty interesting. No, I haven't though. But yeah. Well, thank you for asking, Milo. I think I've seen you before. You look familiar. Nice to meet you. Yeah. So go fishing tomorrow, and then also we also have cheesesteaks. Not cheesesteaks, another variation of cheesesteaks. The only variation of cheesesteaks that I would actually allow in my kitchen or allow. I see so many variations. People putting mayonnaise and weird stuff on their cheesesteaks, so whatever. But like I've said many times, cheesesteaks are actually original is, provolone or, white cheddar, and then also, steak, ribeye steak, and then of course, onions, and that's pretty much it. That's the basics of it. You can add some stuff, you can put ketchup on it, and then hot peppers and pepperoncini and everything like that. But then there's also pizza steaks where you just add, mozzarella cheese and then fried onions, of course, and then New York style pizza sauce. So that's what we're gonna do this weekend. So yeah, hopefully. And I just really wanted to give you guys an example of it because that's the only variation of a cheesesteak that I think is very popular that is acceptable. You know what I mean? No, you never see me put mayonnaise or, what do you call it, tater tots or anything like that on my cheesesteaks. It sure is. Actually, it's 12:21 at night. Where are you at? Hold on. Oh, you guys, wow. I got 15 people on here. Wow, imagine when I get thousands of followers, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna know how to answer anybody. What's up, Versus? I'm not in Pennsylvania right now. I'm actually close to KC. I used to live in PA. I'm originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and then we live in Scranton. Now I live in right now, as of right now, I live in Missouri, which is I'm 30 minutes away from KC. But yeah, it sure is nighttime though. Well, technically, I mean, in the food industry, well, I mean, I cook food, and I have a private chef instructor that I go to classes with. So yeah, I'm not in Pennsylvania right now. I just said, but yeah. Hello, Jacob. How are you? Nice to see you. It feels like forever since I've seen you. That's awesome, Amelia. Nice to meet you. Hello, Jacob. How are you? God bless you too. No way. Yeah, that's me. Well, that's interesting. Wow. Wow. Such a small world, isn't it? Wow. Wow. No, I'm in kind of close to Blue Springs, I guess. I guess that's the closest you could say where I'm at. I mean, that's about 20, 30 minutes away from KC. Well, I always said, I would go to KC more often, but I really don't actually. So yeah, unfortunately. Hmm. I sure do. It's Philly Mister. Hello, Brandon. How are you? How are you? Same thing as this, Philly Mister. Yeah. I also have, an email too that you can see. I don't really use Instagram. I'm only on here that much. So yeah. Oh, really? Wow. That's an interesting story. You picked somebody up that you knew from 30 years ago. How the heck did you know that Would you go to school with that person or what? Yeah. I haven't been on in like 6 days, but yeah. I'm usually on 2 or 3 times a week doing like small recaps or whatever, but yeah. So I just moved and everything. I'm just getting settled in. I'm just testing it out, testing out the Wi-Fi here. I had a lot of problems though earlier. So yeah, that's where I'm at, Brandon. So anyway, you gonna go live tonight or no? You just chilling? Oh dear. Hmm. Anyway, so how did that conversation go, Brandon? I mean, you met somebody, you gave him some a ride at 30 when you saw on the road 30. Um, did they ask you for one, or do you just randomly offer them one? I mean, when I do Uber driving, off and on, I do that too sometimes, but like with people that I feel like, I could be comfortable with, that kind of a thing. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Um, no, actually, well, I mean, it's not an apartment where I live. I'm actually staying with my parents right now. So the situation, I mean, I really didn't mean to get into sharing, but everything, but it is what it is. My living situation where I was, it didn't really work out. But like, my parents, were telling me about, this place that my brother's trying to get these condos that are for sale. So I was gonna stay with them, save up some more money here in a few months, look into these condos and they're actually pretty affordable. So yeah, I'm gonna stay here for about maybe 2 or 3 months and then, definitely look into, getting a loan for these new condos that this condo that I want to buy. So yeah. So that's where I'm at, and I had this discussion before, a while back, but like, my dad and, my called me up a while back and he actually was, telling me basically in his own words that he was getting old and, he was like really happy or wish that his family lived closer, lived with them, because they're getting old and, I'd be surprised if they still working in the next 2 years actually. So yeah, they want to have, rides and everything to get to appointments and everything. So I feel like they're just appreciative that they have, people living with them that are family that they can depend on, because getting to the point where they like, things that they, people do every day, regular people do every day, like driving and everything. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I guess I'm here to just take care of my parents and save up and wait till this one condo is available. So that's where I'm at. Wow. Oh wow. Well, I hope she's okay. Is she all right now? Oh yeah, yeah. No, yeah. But I mean, yeah, seeing somebody in the hospital again, that's totally understandable. Oh, I hope you got her where to where she needed to be though, Brandon. Well, that's really nice of you to do that. Yeah. I mean, it really depends on the day, actually. And, in the city that I live close to, actually, I see people in distress sometimes, try, if I could lend a helping hand, I would, but, and I've seen some, some crazy things, honestly. I've seen, you got to be very careful, though. You should keep your guard up sometimes. People that are in distress, they may need help and they be legitimately accept it or whatever. And, I've seen people argue with fire hydrants that were clearly intoxicated or high. I've seen people eat out of trash cans. And, I mean, there's times when I look at the situation and I was like, I really want to help them out. But, at the same time, it's like, I don't know. These people, might not be trustworthy. These people, might be dangerous. You know what I mean? I mean, they're not be bad people. They just might have mental problems and it could cause a problem, trying to help. You have to, you have to really pick your battle sometimes, pick where you think is going to be help you. I know. Oh, I agree 100%. No, I did not write a book, but years ago I actually did write a script for a show that I really liked. I don't know if anybody's ever seen the movie Fighting with Channing Tatum. It was kind of got steamrolled. It came out in 2009. It was kind of a flop. But, take that show and, I wrote a story about it, and I turned it into, like, a television series, actually. I kinda loosely based off it, but I think my series is better, actually. I just need to add dialogue to it. I think I still have that script, but yeah. So, yeah, that is was something I mean, not a book, but that is a script that I wrote, kind of, sort of, yeah. So, anyway. Mm, mm. I'm getting there. I understand. Yeah, it's okay. I'm not laughing at you, Brandon, but yeah, no, I'm not there yet, but I probably will be soon. Yeah. Hello, how are you? Nice to meet you. That's great. Nice to meet you. How's your night going? Oh, really? That's good. Oh, well, I'm glad you did. Oh, you did the right thing then. Okay. Well, I'm glad you helped somebody out then, for sure. Wait, Hawk Tua? Is that what I'm reading from you there, Harrison? I don't know. Yeah, we just had like a real gamble there. Actually, people commenting more than I can actually respond. I'm actually getting to that point. Like, man, when I get to a thousand thousands of followers, I'm not gonna be able to answer everybody. And I do like to actually answer, people to the best of my ability. I like to engage with my followers, but yeah. Wow, no, that is pretty interesting. No, that is pretty cool, actually. That is an interesting story, though. Yeah, for sure. Struggling to find, yeah, yeah. Sucks, yeah. Everybody struggles in these economic times that we live in. I would get more political with that because I had the discussion, with everybody, with quite a few people, about how gas is and everything right now. But yeah, we'll do that another time. So yeah, well, good job, Brandon. That's pretty cool, actually. I've had some pretty interesting stories about people I ran into years ago that that they recognize me. Usually, I'm the one that recognizes them. But yeah, but I'm glad you could help them at least. Nice to see you, Brandon. I'll see you soon, though. Right. Of course, yeah. Oh, yeah, you come across that, yeah. Um, not by there is one 30 minute. There's one 7-Eleven where I'm at actually, but yeah, in this that's it. I think 7-Eleven is more back east actually, but no, there's a lot of 7-Eleven. There's tons of 7-Elevens in Philly. But yeah. Oh, I didn't know they actually were in Florida though. I'm actually surprised about that, but yeah. But where I'm at, there's like one. Yeah, I think it's I don't know. I think it's more of a East Coast chain. But yeah. I mean, there's another chain, but no, there's Wawa too. You probably know Wawa. That's actually the thing that we have. Wawa. Always good catching up with you too. Great conversation. Thank you so much. All right, Brandon. Well, you did a good job tonight. Well, I'm glad you could help somebody in need. All right, thanks for stopping by, Brandon. I'll see you soon though, for sure. We'll definitely talk again. Bye. Hello, did I miss something from you? Did you say something? I don't know if I met you before, but yeah. Of course, yeah. Oh dear.